How much does homeschooling cost? Are we talking hundreds or thousands? Is there any government support? Do we get any tax benefits? I get these questions a lot, and I'm gonna try to answer them the best I can in this video, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, my name is Taqwa. I'm an author, journalist, and homeschool mom of 3 kids aged 10, 7, and 4 from Montreal. And in this video, I'm going to tackle a topic that is very discussed, that is always asked about, and is money. And this might also be part 1 of a series, because there's so many topics related to money and homeschooling. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss any future videos. The first thing I wanted to say before I go into details is that I'm going to put aside the main source of money shortage when it comes to homeschooling. So the biggest one is obviously an income. So that's what homeschooling basically costs. It's an income. I know that a lot of families do manage to have, like me, I work part-time. A lot of families do have the mom or the dad that's able to work part-time as well as homeschooling while they homeschool. But for most families, there is a sacrifice of at least an income, if not half an income, and or even a progression in the career and the salaries. So that's something to take into consideration. But I know that's not what you mean when you ask me how much does homeschooling cost. And so we're going to put that aside and talk about other areas where homeschooling costs money. And I'll also even ask, can we homeschool for free? And for me, the answer is technically, I guess, but no. I always say that homeschooling costs more than public school and less than private. And it all depends on you, honestly. So it can differ so much depending on your family and your choices. And that's one of the great things about homeschooling. That's what we always say, is that you get to cater to your needs and your family's lifestyle. So keep that in mind. But here are some things that you can also ask yourself to try and reduce the bill, or try to see if it's something that's doable for you, inshallah. So one of the first areas of expense when it comes to homeschooling is activities. So even if your kid does go to school, most parents still enroll them in different sports and activities. So what are the activities that you would have done anyway, maybe soccer or some kind of club? What will you have done anyway, and what is because of homeschooling? So a lot of the times parents will want to have like some kind of private tutoring or math support or drama class or forest school, anything like that that is specifically due to homeschooling. You can put in that category of expenses for homeschooling. And sometimes we get overexcited by the offer, especially when we start homeschooling. We want to try everything, and maybe we're lacking confidence and we feel like we have to offer everything to our child, and so that could really rack up the bill super fast. Be careful. I've been there. Another question is, what kind of a curriculum do you want to use? Are you going to buy like curriculum that's already made, or do you want to make your own unit studies with websites like Teacher Pay Teacher, Mieux Enseigner, stuff like that? Both have their pros and cons. Obviously, if you buy the curriculum, well, it's going to cost more money, but you're going to waste a lot less time, and it's going to be less stressful maybe. But then you're tempted to try different stuff, and you want to try different curriculum, and it might not work, and then you want to try some other things. So you can check what curriculum you would like to try. I know that here in Quebec, if you just want to buy the workbooks that go with, for school, they're really not expensive. The ones that they use in public school, they're not expensive. But if you want to use the trendy, cool, nice looking, like homeschooling things that we see on Instagram, another question you can ask yourself is, do you have a library close to you, and are you using it enough? It's crazy the resources that you can get at the library, activities, but also, books and board games and stuff. So you can try to see at your library what is offered before you buy them. Really get used to it. Make it a habit to go to the library once a week, or at least once a week, to go and reserve the books that you need for next week or the week after. It could really be helpful to reduce the bill. Also, do you have a good printer at home? it may seem obvious, but with homeschooling, there's a lot of amazing stuff even for free online, but you still have to print them, and it can be expensive if you're always outsourcing that. But if you have a printer that's really costly when it comes to ink, it could be really expensive at home too. So I recommend the printer that I have. I love it. It's been 3 years, guys. It's the Epson EcoTank. I'm going to put the information in the show notes. I'm going to link it up, but it's been 3 years and we didn't change the ink yet. We've printed thousands of pages, even for co-op and stuff. And we've just now had to change the ink after 3 years. And the ink only costs like $40 for black and color. So I'd say that's a very good deal. It's not like the best laser jet whatever, but the pictures are still pretty good quality and the price is unbeatable in my opinion. I don't know, let me know what you think. If you have another printer that you're really happy with, maybe you can link it, not link it, but comment down here, or even on Instagram you can DM me. I'm always excited about printers for a weird reason. I'm not going to change mine, but I'm just interested. Another money related question is anything that has to do with taxes. And I'm going to put it out a disclaimer. I am not an expert. I am not an accountant. You're going to have to do that research. But I can tell you right away the very sad news that there is nothing related to homeschooling, nothing specifically related to homeschooling, as far as tax benefits or deductibles or stuff like that. There are some day activities that can count as daycare, so you can check for that if it's something that you're considering for your family. But there's nothing, no miracle in that area, unfortunately. And another government-related question is there any financial support from the government? Because when you think of it, we are taking our kids out of the system, and we know that for every child, the school board gets a substantial amount of money. So you would think that that money should come back to us, right? Or at least part of it. Well, another sad truth is no, at least not in Quebec. And what's even more annoying is that not only do we have no financial support, but we are the province with the most regulations and expectations. Like in Ontario, there is no financial help, but there's also no requirements whatsoever. So I would do that. I'd be happy with that. And also in other provinces, I know that in BC, Saskatchewan, and Alberta, there is some financial support. It can go from a couple of hundreds to $1,000. If you're in one of those provinces, you'd have to check more in detail. I'm in Quebec. But yeah, that's the situation in Canada. Alhamdulillah, I'm still so grateful that we get to homeschool. Homeschooling is legal in Canada, and it's the biggest blessing for our family, and I hope that it is for yours as well. Before I end this video, I just wanted to put this out there because it's a common mistake that a lot of new homeschoolers make, that I've made, that my friends have made, that I still continue to make sometimes, is that we tend to buy too much stuff because we lack confidence, because we feel like this curriculum is gonna save my French thing, like, oh, this is the thing that's gonna make math so easy. But it's very little about the curriculum. I mean, it's nice to have a good curriculum that you're excited to teach. I think it's important for the teacher, the mom, whatever, to be comfortable with the curriculum and to be, you know, excited and inspired by it. And even the kids will feel that. But there's no miracle solution, and no matter the amount of books and games and manipulative that you have, it's not going to save your homeschool. It's going to be more about connection and patience and time, and allowing for that space to grow into the love of learning. And that's a lifetime. That's a lifetime, guys. So yeah, that's what I had to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it could be of some help to you. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. You can comment down below. And yeah, I'll see you soon in another video, inshallah. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all those things. Also, head over to Instagram. I share more like everyday life things over there, like lifestyle and life things. So yeah, when it comes to money and homeschooling, don't ask how much does it cost to homeschool. Ask how much am I willing or am I able to spend on homeschooling, because you are very much in charge of that. So see you soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Bye-bye.